Good morning, Cooler Yogis. My name is Fiona. I have Helen here demonstrating today as well. This morning, we're moving through a 60-minute flow practice dedicated to the health and the optimization of our immune system. So we'll be working through movement to stimulate the lymphatic system, inversions, and of course, proper deep diaphragmatic breathing. If you've got a block handy, that will be useful for today's practice. And you can actually pop that block underneath your sit bones now to begin in a nice, comfortable upright seat. Let's get started. Good. So Helen, do you mind turning? Yeah, that's good. Okay. So getting yourself comfortable, making any movements and adjustments that you might need, maybe a little wiggle forward onto the fronts of the sit bones. And if you need a little swirl through the spine, a little nod and shake of the head or roll of the shoulders, just get yourself really comfortable. Any cross-legged, cross-ankle position. And when you're ready, making your way into stillness, closing down the eyes, and allow the hands to rest somewhere comfortable on the tops of the legs or in the lap to allow the shoulders to relax. Just starting to connect inward, noticing the way your body feels this morning. How you're feeling physically, through the muscles, the joints and the bones. Noticing your energy levels, the way you're feeling mentally and emotionally, just spending some time checking in. We'll begin practice this morning with a deep inhale and a releasing breath out through the mouth. Returning to a nasal breath, sealing off the lips. And our pranayama this morning promotes a diaphragmatic breath, and it helps to promote the relaxation response in the body, which is great, of course, for our immunity. When we have high levels of stress and anxiety, it impacts our immunity. When we're more relaxed, stress-free, it supports our immunity. So the bumblebee breath, or the Brahmari breath, is our pranayama. We begin this breath by just keeping the lips sealed and ensuring that your tongue is floating up into the pocket behind the two front teeth. Take a breath in through the nose. And then as you exhale, we're making a little or a little humming kind of sound all the way through the nasal exhale. And you hum all the way to the end of your exhale. Take a nasal inhale. Allow the breath to be deep and full. And then as you exhale, so we'll take 3 more rounds just like this. Deep, full inhale. Long, smooth bumblebee exhale. You might notice it sounds a little bit like a swarm of bees. So taking 2 more rounds at your pace. Final round. Once you've completed that final round, making your way back to a natural breath, just spending a moment noticing and observing how the body feels, how the breath is flowing. Float the hands up to the heart space, to Anjali Mudra. And just taking a moment to set your intention, set your sankalpa for practice this morning. Maybe you're inviting in an abundance of immunity and wellness, health to your body in line with our class theme. Perhaps there's something else that you're working on in your practice. A breath in together to seal intention, and a breath out to send that intention out to the universe. Good. When you're ready, gently blinking, open the eyes, and we'll just gently change the cross of the legs. Good. We're going to inhale the hands up overhead, and then just gently interlinking the fingers and create a little bit of resistance through the fingers so that you feel the shoulders begin to engage. Take a breath in, and then with your exhale, we're going to side bend over to the left and then forward bend and roll around. So this is a little bit of a side bend, roll around the world movement just to begin to wake up the spine. And then we'll repeat that 2 more times in this direction, tucking the chin to chest, scooping the belly in as you come into your forward folds. And then 1 more time. Good. Meeting in an upright position. We'll inhale to release the fingers, stretching up nice and tall. And then with the exhale, swap the grip of the fingers. And we're going to roll around in the other direction. So over to the right. Good. And just using your breath to move you. Full yogic diaphragmatic breath. Deep inhales, long, smooth exhales. Good. Helping to support immunity when we breathe correctly. And then when you finish your third, we'll gently release the hands down. And we're going to move into a bit of a mermaid position with the legs. So we'll have both knees out to the right-hand side. Right hand down on the mat. Good, so right hand kind of behind you. Yep. What's happening? So you need to put your legs the other way, Helen. Yeah, that's it. Good. And then we're going to bring left hand on the top of the right. And then peel the left arm open, looking up to the left hand. And then on the exhale, left hand down to the right. So we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, peeling up. Exhale, left hand on top of right. 1 more time. Breathing into that twist. Exhale, left hand down. So we'll keep both hands down on the mat and maybe just a gentle little walk of the hands around to the right, just to get a little bit more twist through the spine. Just coming to a position where it's comfortable for you. You might have a little sort of rock side to side. If you're feeling really open, you could always gently lower the forearms down to the mat. But just remember, we're warming up. So just taking at your pace and moving in a way that's right for your body. Last breath. And then using the hands to support you back into an upright position. And we're going to bring the legs over to the left-hand side. So left hand down, right hand on the top of the left. Making your way into that mermaid seat. And then twisting, peeling open on the inhale. Look up to the right hand if you can. Exhale, right hand down to the left. Couple more like that. Inhale, looking up, peeling the chest open. Exhale, down. Last one, just like that, moving the spine with the breath. Good, and then we're keeping both hands down on the mat, palms flat to begin with, and just beginning to walk the hands over to the left. Good. And then maybe a little swirl of the spine, side to side, or little rolls, just noticing any tight spots. And then maybe you're lowering the forearm, one or both, down onto the mat. One more breath here. Good. And then gently using the hands to support you up into an upright position. And we're going to move into tabletop position. Good. So hands stacking under the shoulders, knees hip width apart, core lightly engaged. A few rounds of cat and cow. With your inhale, stretch the eyes up, dip the belly, and then with the exhale, pressing the earth away, doming the upper back. 2 more like that. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Good. Coming back to a neutral position. The next 4 or 5 rounds of breath are all yours to move organically and move in a way that your body craves. It might be some circles over the tops of the wrists to give them a little warm up. Maybe a little barrel roll through the chest. You might sink the hips all the way back down and around to your heels. Just connecting with your breath, listening to your body. What does it crave as you warm up for your practice? Good. Last breath. And making your way back into stillness, tabletop position. Inhale, extend the right leg long. Flexing the toes in towards the face, and then use an exhale to curl the right knee in toward the nose, dome the upper back. Inhale, extend right leg long, and then this time with the exhale, just taking little tricep dips down, nose coming down toward the mat. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. Inhale to expand the right leg. Exhale, dipping the triceps down, elbows tucked to the side waist. One more time. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, curl knee to nose. Beautiful. Inhale to expand. Exhale, last time through that tricep dip. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, right knee comes down to the mat. We'll swap that over, other side. Inhale, extending left leg. Exhale, curl left knee in towards the nose. Really arch the upper back. Inhale to expand. Exhale, dipping the elbows down. Nose comes down toward the mat. Pushing up through the hands. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, stretching out long. Exhale, elbows tucked to the side waist as you dip down. Inhale. Last time, knee to nose. Inhale, and last time through with the tricep dips. Inhale, and then use the exhale to gently bring the left knee back down to the mat. From here, we're going to tuck the toes under, keep the gaze between the hands, and we're just going to float the knees off the mat a few centimeters. Keep pushing down through the hands and notice what you feel here. Core begins to engage, legs begin to activate. Take one last breath, and then with your exhale, peel the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Once you're upside down, having a pedal out, having a stretch out. So in our immunity focus class today, of course, we know inversions are great to support the flow of lymph around the body. And we do downward facing dog a lot. It is an inversion. So this standard pose really supporting our immune system. Good, come into stillness at your pace. Good. Take a deep breath in, a long releasing breath out. And then in your own time and with as many steps as you need, tiptoeing your way to the top of the mat. We'll hang there in a forward fold. Another gentle inversion. So you can take a ragdoll position here, catching hold of opposite elbows if that feels good. Perhaps rocking side to side, transferring weight one foot to the other. Let the head hang, let all the tension drain out of the crown of the head. Stillness at your pace. And then we release the hands underneath the shoulders. Activate down through the feet and take a super slow roll up to standing. Deep bend in the knees and then rolling up one vertebrae at a time. We're going to touch the palms up and overhead. And then exhale, draw the hands to the heart space. Close the eyes. Just noticing the connection of your feet down toward the earth below. A little spread of the toes. Ensuring the knees aren't locked out. That will maintain the muscle tone in your legs. Lift of the chest, length through the spine, crown of the head searches for the sky above. Gently blinking open the eyes, and we'll inhale, hands up and overhead. Exhale, slow roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep the knees as bent as you need. Beautiful. Take a half lift, fingertips on shins or on the earth. And then we'll fold forward, plant the hands and step the right foot back into plank pose. Holding at the top of your plank. Sorry, and the left foot, we better take the left foot back as well. Hold there at the top of your plank. Find a long line of energy from heel to crown. Breath in, and then with your breath out, gently lower knees down onto the mat, shifting the body weight forward. We'll come all the way down onto the belly. Good, untucking the toes. Just a low cobra using back body strength and an inhale to lift you up, and exhale to lower you down. And we'll just repeat that one more time. Inhale, little squeeze of the glutes, back body strength lifts you. Exhale, lowering down, tucking the toes under and pushing yourself back to downward facing dog. Good. So a modified vinyasa there. Knowing anytime you prefer to use the knees throughout class, take a little bit of pressure out of the core and upper body, you're always welcome. And from here, we'll take a little bend in the knees on the inhale, exhale, gazing forward, and then take a step or a hop up to the top of the mat. Half lift, forward fold, and rolling your way up to standing, saluting the sun. Exhale, fold you back forward. Lengthen out, half lift, crown, searching forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply, plant the hands flat, left foot back first to plank, this time followed by the right. Good. You're always welcome, as I said, to lower to the knees if you need. Otherwise, we're taking a breath. And then on the exhale, bending the elbows, shifting the body weight forward, coming down halfway for chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog, or maybe that's cobra. And then on the exhale, tucking the chin, scooping the belly, rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, bend the knees. Breath out, gazing forward, a walk step or a light hop up to the top of the mat. Half lift, bow forward, and then rolling your way up to standing, saluting the sun. We'll keep rolling through, forward fold, lengthen, heart out, forward fold, bend the knees, plant the hands. We're back to the right foot stepping forward first, followed by the left. And then moving through your flow the way your body craves. Knees on or off the mat, a cobra or a cobra variation, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Good. Taking a breath. And then with the next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg to the sky for a three-legged dog. One more deep breath in. And then with the exhale, we're going to tap the right toes down to the left heel. Good. And then inhale, squeezing your right glute, three-legged dog. Exhale, tapping right toes down to left heel. One more time. Inhale and tap down. Inhale, right leg high. And then this time with the exhale, we'll gently step the right foot between the hands. We'll come to runner's lunge, setting the feet up on train tracks. And if you like, you could lower the back knee down. Beautiful. We're going to inhale to rock the hips forward and open the heart. And then on the exhale, rocking the hips back, straightening out the right leg like a half Hanuman. Just being gentle as we warm up. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, rocking back. Good. Inhale, rocking forward. Let's keep left hand down. We'll have right hand to come up for an easy twist, looking up to the hand if you can. Exhale, right hand down. Good. Gently tucking the left toes under, coming up into a runner's lunge. And we're going to bring awareness to our right foot as we walk the fingertips forward and come into a supported warrior three. Good. From here, take a breath in, and then with your exhale, we're drawing left knee in toward the nose, squatting in. Inhale to expand the leg. You can tap down to the mat or out into the air, and then we're curling in on the exhale. Good. One more like that, stretch back, and curling in. Stretching back, left toes tap down, runner's lunge, take a breath. And then we're stepping the left foot in to meet the right. Take a half lift, bow forward, and we'll sweep the hands back. Let's come into chair pose, sitting down deeply into your chair. You can have the big toes touching and the heels slightly separated, or if it suits your body better, the feet could be at hip width apart. Do what feels comfortable with your arms. Biceps alongside the ears, or if it's feeling too strong, maybe hands at the heart. Last breath. Use an exhale to gently bow your way forward. And we're going to take a flow from here, stepping back into plank position, knees on or off the mat, back bend of your choice. Good. And then in your own time, coming back to downward facing dog. Good. Just resettle once you're back. Enjoying this inverted position, supporting your immunity. Good. On the next inhale, let's lift the left leg to the sky. We'll come to three-legged. Stay for a breath. One more inhale, and then with the exhale, the left toes tap down to the right heel. So it's a straight leg, yeah. Inhale, left leg lifts, and then exhale, tapping down. Good, one more time. Inhale, and tap down, exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot gently steps between the hands, just taking your time. We find runner's lunge, and then maybe lowering the back knee down to the mat. Good, just making sure the knee is directly over the top of the ankle to help to protect the joints. We're going to rock the hips forward, open the heart, and then exhale, gently straightening out the left leg, rocking the hips back, nose towards your knee. One more time like that. Inhale, rocking forward, maybe a bit of a squeeze of the right glute to open the right hip. Exhale, gently rocking back. Inhale, rocking forward, right hand stays down, left hand up, easy twist, maybe looking up to the hand if that's okay for your neck. Exhale, left hand down. Good, so we're lifting the back knee, tucking the toe under, and just walking fingertips forward into a supported warrior three position. So nice strong back leg, take a breath in, and then when you exhale, right knee in towards your nose. Inhale to expand the leg. You can press back into the air or tap back onto the floor. Exhale to curl in. Inhale to expand. Exhale, curl. Good. Inhale, stretching back, and then right toes are touching down onto the mat. So we're in that runner's lunge. Right leg back, Helen. Yeah. Take a breath from here, and then use the exhale to step the right foot in to meet the left. We're in a forward fold. Sweeping the hands back, moving to chair pose. Good. Sitting your sit bones back into your invisible chair. Find a position that's comfortable with your arms. Maybe up alongside your ears if you want something a little stronger. One more breath. With your exhale, gently, gently bow forward, and we will take our flow from here. Stepping back at your pace, keeping in mind you can always skip the flows as well. Lovely. Let's lift the right leg to the sky. We'll come to three-legged. This time taking right knee in towards the nose, traveling forward into plank. Inhale to expand. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Good. Inhale to expand, three-legged dog, and this time twisting the right knee across the body, so over to the left elbow. Inhale to expand, and then exhale, right foot gently stepping between the hands, runner's lunge. Beautiful. Rocking the hips forward, lifting the gaze, opening the heart. Exhale, gently rocking the hips back, straightening out the front leg. Inhale, rocking forward. We'll just do one this time. Left hand down, right hand up. Let's take an easy twist. And then right hand down. We're going to walk the fingertips forward. And this time, stay in your supported warrior three. Or if you would like a bit of a deeper inversion, we can lift the left leg a little higher, dip the torso a little lower, and make this one a standing split position. There's an option as well for more squats. If you prefer static position, that's fine. Otherwise, we're taking left knee in toward the nose and then kicking left leg up high. Three at your pace. Never squeeze for the left glute. Good. And then when you're done, we're moving back in runner's lunge position. Left leg back. Stepping left foot in to meet the right. Maybe a half lift will feel good here. Exhale, fold, and then sweeping the hands back for chair pose. Just a few breaths in chair. Arm position of your choice. One more breath. And then we'll gently straighten the knees, coming into an upright position. Beautiful. Lifting the right knee in towards the chest. Good. And from here, we're going to bring the left hand either onto the outside edge of the knee, or if you have the availability, you can go straight for the foot. So hand to big toe pose or a variation, and then we're going to twist back. So just taking it at your pace. Maybe you can begin to shift your gaze towards your backhand. Gently unraveling, come back to center. We'll bring hands to the heart, and we're going to bring right ankle on the top of the left knee. Stay for a breath. And then we're gently going to sit down into an open eagle chair. So a bit of relief for the outside of the right hip. One more deep breath. And then standing your way back up. Right knee in towards the chest. And then we're going to step all the way out into warrior two. Extending the arms out. Good. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to lift the back heel, cartwheel the arms, and take our flow, moving the way you like to through your vinyasa, honoring your body, supporting your immune system with movement and breath and inversion. Great. Left leg lifts, three-legged. Use an inhale and then an exhale, drawing the left knee in toward the nose, traveling forward into plank. Inhale to expand. Left knee over to the left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, crossing the midline of the body over to the right elbow. Inhale to expand, three-legged dog. And then exhale, gently stepping the left foot between the hands. Come to runner's lunge. Set yourself up, get steady. And then we'll rock the hips forward, open the heart, lift the gaze. It's a little back bend here. Exhale, rocking back, straightening out the front leg. Good. Coming back into runner's lunge, right hand down, left hand up, easy twist. And then left hand down. Walking fingertips forward, right leg lift. So remember, you can stay in a supported warrior three if you want a little more, tipping the hips, tipping the torso down for standing split, trying to keep a square hip position. You've also got the option now of taking those squats. Knee into nose on the exhale. Full inhale, expands the leg, full diaphragmatic breath. Exhale, curl in, just moving at your pace. Inhale, expand. Exhale, curl. Inhale, expand. And we're stepping the right foot back. So just three of those curls. Beautiful. When you're ready, the right foot steps in to meet the left foot. Take a half lift, lengthen out, exhale, fold and sweep the hands back, chair pose. Deep, sit down into your invisible chair. Good, and then push down through the feet, standing up, hands to your heart. Good, left knee in towards the chest. And this time we're taking the right hand across to the outside of the left knee, or maybe to the left foot if you have the availability. And then either stay or begin to twist and gaze over the left shoulder. Maybe the left arm is out long to counterbalance, and you may be able to gaze for your left hand. Last breath. Slow unravel back to center, hands to the heart. We're going to draw the left ankle down on top of the right knee. Inhale for spinal length, and then with the exhale, sitting down into an open eagle chair. Bit of relief for the left glutes. Good, slowly rise back up. Unravel, and we're going to step the left leg back into warrior two position. Good, grounding the back heel, finding even weight between the feet. And then when you're ready, gazing over the middle finger of the front hand. Take one last breath. And then we're cartwheeling the arms, lifting the back heel, flowing back to downward facing dog. So remember, you can spice up or mellow out these flows as you need. If you need to skip the flows altogether, of course you're welcome to. If you need to energize, you're welcome to add in three-legged dogs, three-legged flows, whatever feels the best for you. Good. Next, inhale, let's lift the right leg to the sky. This time we're going to bend the top knee and stack open the hip. There is the opportunity here to move this into a wild thing. Remember, we haven't done a heap of back bending. So if you are moving into wild thing, think about opening the angle of the left hand. Just taking your time, moving mindfully with your breath. And then slowly making our way back to three-legged dog. Good. Right foot is gently stepping between the hands. We're coming to runner's lunge. Good. Rocking the hips forward, opening the heart. Rock the hips back, gentle hamstring stretch for the right leg. Rocking the hips forward, left hand down, right hand up. We come to easy twist. Good, and then right hand back down. Walking the fingertips forward, we can again move into the supported warrior three, standing split. You can add in another 3 rounds of the squats, or if you're feeling like an arm balance, maybe it's coming through for some handstand kick-ups. If you're working with the handstands, the fingers are spread nice and wide. We're clawing the tips of the fingers down into the mat. The arms are nice and straight. And we're just pressing off that bottom foot, just transferring weight into the hands. One more breath. And then stepping back with control, runner's lunge. Good. Back foot steps in to meet the front foot, half lift and fold, and then moving into chair pose. Good. One more breath here. Standing up tall, Tadasana. Good. Right knee in towards your chest. Left hand over to the outside of the right knee or the outside edge of the foot. And then we're twisting back. Slowly back to center. Hands to the heart space. Right ankle over the left knee, sitting down into your open eagle chair. If you'd like to go a little further and move into an arm balance here, we have a few breaths to do that. If you're not working with arm balances, maybe you could try twist in this position, taking right elbow over to the right sole of foot. Just moving the way that works best for you. Twists, of course, also really good to support our immune system. Good. Unravel at your pace. We're drawing right knee in towards the chest and stepping all the way back into Warrior Two. So organising your feet, nice wide stance, nice deep bend in the front knee. Good. This time we're going to pick up an imaginary ball of golden energy. Take a breath in, and then with the breath out, we've got an unsupported reverse warrior. And then instead of tipping back laterally, we're going to roll this ball of energy forward and around. Really nice to mobilize the spine, and then come back up and through. So 3 rounds, moving between reverse warrior and rolling through to side angle pose. One more time. Move with your breath, keeping the core engaged. And then when you're done, we'll meet back in Warrior Two. Inhale to straighten the front leg. And then with the exhale, let's gently tip at the hips and come to Trikonasana pose. So just keeping in mind, we don't want to lock out the front knee, just keeping a little micro bend in the front knee. We're wrapping the left rib cage up to the sky and keeping your gaze in a position where it's comfortable for your neck. One more breath. And then a little momentum, a little bit of core, and the top hand lift you up and out. And we're going to come straight into a reverse Trikonasana. So one more lateral movement of the spine, big stretch down the left side of the body. And what we'll do is gaze towards the back foot, and we're gently going to turn the toes so that they're facing forward, getting ready for Prasarita Padottanasana. A little softness in the knees, and then we're taking left hand all the way down to take hold of the right leg. So it can be anywhere on the leg, doesn't have to be down at the ankle. And then stretching the right arm forward. So you're in a twisted Prasarita Padottanasana. Just notice where the weight is in your feet. If it's back in the heels, perhaps consider just transferring it a little forward into the toes. We'll be here for a few breaths. Using an extended exhale to find softness. Good. And then we'll gently, gently unravel the arms, just bending the left knee, turning back to the front of the mat. And then you can take your flow from here. If you're interested in a 3-legged flow, maybe you could kick the left leg up towards the sky for a three-legged vinyasa, three-legged plank. Lovely. Left leg lifts, three-legged. Bend the top knee, stack open the hip. Stay, or if your body craves wild thing, maybe opening the angle of the right hand a little, moving slowly, stretching out, glutes engaged, and at your pace, making your way back to three-legged dog. Left leg to the sky. Left foot steps between the hands. We'll move to runner's lunge. Rocking the hips forward, open the heart, lift the gaze, squeeze the right glute, rock the hips back, straighten out left leg, hamstring stretch. Beautiful, rocking forward, right hand down, left hand up, take that easy twist, and then back to runner's lunge. Fingertips walk forward, standing split, supported warrior three, or this is where you've got the opportunity to try those handstand kick-ups if you like. If you're working with the handstand, flat palms, gaze between the hands, keeping the arms straight, and then kicking up off that left foot. Top leg stays strong. Otherwise, taking the squats, and then when you're ready, gently stepping back, runner's lunge. Beautiful, back foot steps in to meet the front foot. Take a half lift to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold and invert. Sweeping the hands back, chair pose. Take a breath or so here. Breathe into that fire. And then in your own time, standing up, Tadasana. Good. Left knee in towards the chest. Nice. And then the right hand comes on the outside of the left knee or the outside edge of left foot. Twisting if you like. Maybe searching for the gaze of your back thumb. Gently unraveling, hands to the heart. And we'll take the left ankle over the top of the right knee, sitting down, open eagle chair. So remember, you can progress into an arm balance here. You can stay in this open eagle position. If you would like the twist, it'll be left elbow over to left sole of foot. One more breath, just taking your time to unravel back into a standing position, left knee to chest, and then we're stepping back with control, warrior two position. So no rush, just take the time to organize your feet, organize your stance. Good. And then we're going to pick up that imaginary ball of golden energy. So we're turning the palms to the sky. There's a little bend in the elbows, switching on the biceps. Take a breath. And then we're reversing the warrior. And then instead of moving along that line, we're going to roll forward and around and really mobilize the spine. Yeah. So we're reversing back and then rolling forward. Yeah. A little bit of a kind of qigong sort of feel in this one. Reverse and roll. Moving with your breath. Releasing back into warrior two. Inhale. And then as you exhale, straighten off the front knee, a tip of the hips. Moving to Trikonasana pose. So we're trying to keep nice length on both sides of the waist. And if that means the fingertips don't touch down onto the floor, that's totally fine. You might be creating a little resistance between the back of the right hand and the right leg so that the bottom rib cage can wrap towards the sky. Gaze in a position where it's comfortable for your neck. Last breath. Push down through the feet, using the core to lift you up. Reverse Trikonasana. Good. So now gazing back towards your back foot and turning toes to parallel. So we're setting up for that forward fold, and then just bring a little softness in your knees because we don't want to yank into the lower back, but we're taking right hand all the way over to the left leg, and the hand can land anywhere on the leg. No pressure to get it down near the ankle like Helen. And then the left arm is reaching forward. So you're in quite a deep twist here. And we stay here for a few breaths, just releasing. Connecting back in with that full diaphragmatic breath. When we breathe properly, of course, it's helping to support the movement of lymph, but it's also helping to calm us down, which in itself is supporting for the immune system. One final breath here. Gently unravel the arms. We're going to bend the right knee, turn the right foot back to the front of the mat, and we'll bring the hands to frame the front foot. There's a final flow here. You can kick the right leg to the sky for a three-legged flow if you choose, making your way through your final vinyasa. Good. Take a breath in and breath out, knees gently lowering down to the mat. Child's pose, well deserved. Pause. Arms can be in the position of your choice. Connecting back with your breath, connecting back with the intention you set at the start of class. Final breath. And then gently lifting your head, hands supporting you up into an upright position. We're going to come over onto our back. Make sure you've got your block handy. Lovely. So your choice from here, we're moving to bridge. So a restorative bridge, of course, is excellent for supporting immunity. We could also move with dynamic bridge. So if you're working with the restorative position, lifting the hips, so pressing down through the feet to allow the block in, and then taking your restorative bridge. If you're working with the dynamic version, let's keep the feet hip width apart, arms alongside the body, and we'll push down the feet, squeeze the glutes to lift the hips, keeping the head and neck still, and then with your exhale, rolling your way back down, one vertebrae at a time onto your sacrum. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale, rolling back down. Good. Inhale to roll your way up. And this time you can continue the vinyasa if you like. Otherwise, pushing down through the backs of the shoulders, and let's interlink the hands behind your bottom. And stay here for a breath or two. And in line with our immunity theme today, you could also have a go at keeping the right foot grounded and lifting left leg to the sky. So you're getting a little bit of inversion for the legs. Stay for a breath. And then slowly, slowly lowering left foot down. And see if we can get right leg up, left foot pressing down into the mat. One more breath. And taking your time to lower right foot down, stay for a breath in bridge. And then gently unbinding the fingers, roll down one vertebrae at a time onto your back. Beautiful. Let's separate the feet to hip width apart and just take a gentle knock of the knees side to side. Nice. And then making your way back into stillness. Okay, we're going to take the block again, and this is an option. So we'll have a go. We'll put the block underneath the hips, please. Yeah. And today we're going to move into the supine piriformis with the block underneath, just to give us a little bit of extra height. And we'll try the supine piriformis stretch with, or the figure 4 with the block underneath. If you don't like the feeling of it, just take it out and do it normally. So drawing knees in towards the chest, and then we'll lift left leg to the sky. And from there, taking the right ankle over the top of the left knee. So just see how that feels. If you're happy as is, you're welcome to stay there. Otherwise, you can bring your hands and bind them around your thigh, or if you've got the availability, the calf. And just enjoying that stretch around the right side of the hip. And we've got a little bit of extra inversion to support our immunity today as well. And as I mentioned, if this doesn't feel good for you, you can always release yourself out of it and remove the block and do it in the normal way. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, unbinding the legs, we'll draw the knees back in towards the chest. Good, and then swapping over. So it'll be right leg to the sky, the left ankle binding over the right knee. And then just finding your position of comfort. You might want the arms alongside the body. Maybe you're binding the hands through the figure 4 shape to catch hold of your thigh, or maybe it's hands up on your shins. So just get into the position where you feel that nice stretch on the outside of the left hip. If you want to go deeper, you can. If you want to ease off, you can. Last breath here. And then gently unbinding the knees, and we'll bring the soles of the feet back down onto the mat. Push down through the feet to lift the hips, and we'll just pop the block off to the side now. Our inversion today, I was thinking of going through half shoulder stand. If you would prefer Viparita Karani, that's the inversion that's most often linked when we work with immunity, but we've done a few legs up inversions. So you choose, if you like Viparita Karani, you can put the block under the hips. Otherwise, for half shoulder stand, we'll draw the knees in towards the chest, and then we're bringing the hands onto your bottom cheeks. So flat palms onto your bottom cheeks. And then a little bit of momentum and a little bit of core is drawing your knees in towards your chest. And with the half shoulder stand, we're just allowing the legs to come up at a 45-degree angle. So we're staying very flat, and all of the weight is staying on the back of the body. So lifting legs up and out this way, Helen. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yep, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, so rather than bringing them all the way up and putting the weight into the backs of the shoulders and, into the upper spine, into the thoracic, this is keeping all of the pressure all the way through the back, no pressure through the neck at all. And of course, if you prefer a traditional Shalamba Sarvangasana, you can always move into that position. Viparita Karani is there as an option as well. You like to have a little circle out of the ankles and a little wiggle of the toes. That can be good to get any stagnant fluid and just assisting that to get back to the lymph nodes for cleansing. So one more breath here. And then to make our way out of the half shoulder stand, bend the knees in towards your chest, and then you're using your hands like a brake so that your back body can slowly roll back down onto the mat. Yeah. Good. And we'll move into a spinal twist here. We'll draw right knee in towards the chest. Good. And then maybe just coming onto the outside edge of left hip so that the right knee can come across the body. You can guide it over with your hand. If you feel comfortable, maybe the gaze is going in the opposite direction of the legs, but just take the time to adjust the hips, the shoulders, so you get into a nice, comfortable position. Breathing into the areas of space, extending the exhale. And then gently unraveling, and we'll go over to the other side. Drawing left knee to chest, right leg long, maybe just rocking over to the outside edge of the right hip so that you can stay square through the hips. That's good. Get all that twist through the spine. Maybe gazing in the opposite direction of the legs. So yoga, of course, fabulous for supporting immunity with all the muscular engagement, twisting. The lymphatic system doesn't have a pump the way the cardiovascular system does, so we need movement, we need breath, we need inversion to get that optimal functioning. Good, gently unravel. Any final movements your body craves, you are welcome to take those. A final stretch, a twist, a happy baby. And then when you're ready, making your way into a comfortable reclined position for Shavasana. Traditionally, that's legs extended out, ankles at hip width apart or greater, feet flopping to the side, palms facing up. And a gesture of receiving the benefits of the practice. At this point, we let go of any breath control and come back to a natural nasal breath, sealing off the lips, dropping into that well-deserved relaxation. There's nothing else to do. There's nowhere else to go for these final minutes. So we can allow our body to integrate all the benefits of the practice and create that yoga magic. Cooler yogis, please stay in your Shavasana if you can for another 5 to 10 minutes. That will be amazing to support the optimal health of your immune system. If you do need to conclude your practice now, please gently roll to your preferred side and take the time to slowly come back up to a comfortable upright seat. Close your eyes. Bow forward. We conclude our practice by saying the words Namaste.